So guys, I'm making my World Cup predictions, but I don't have any editing software, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. So anyways, we're predicting Group A of the World Cup, and it's a tough one. I mean, you got Mexico, South Africa, Czech Republic, and the Korea Republic, South Korea. And I think I'm just gonna go with Mexico topping the group. And it's interesting. I'm not sure. I want to put Czechia Republic or South Africa in second. I think I'm gonna go South Africa in second. I feel like they might be slightly better than the Czech Republic. So yeah, that means Czech Republic's gonna be third, and South Korea's is gonna be fourth. So moving on to Group B, it's Switzerland, Canada, Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Qatar. And so I think Switzerland are obviously going to top group. No complaints like that. The thing is, though, it's most likely either Canada and Bosnia and Herzegovina fighting for that second place spot. And I'm gonna give it to the host. Home advantage is going to be Canada getting second, Bosnia getting third, and Qatar placing in last. I do not see Qatar getting any place other than fourth. It just seems out of reach. So that moves us to Group C, which is which is Morocco, Brazil, Scotland, and Haiti. And I think Haiti's gonna place fourth, and Scotland's gonna place third. The thing is, though, can Carlo Ancelotti make Brazil go first? I think not. I feel like the Brazil squad is just aging unks. And I just think that Brazil will play second and Morocco will top the group, which is very interesting, but that's how I think it's going to be. So, Group D, we have Australia, Paraguay, Turkey, and USA. And I'm going to go Australia last. It's just kind of a hard choice. It's a very close group, but I just don't think that they'll survive. You got third. I'm predicting Paraguay being third. I feel like the South American team could pull off something decent. But I'm gonna go USA in second because just quite simply the fact that Turkey is too good of a team. Just too good. Turkey's going to go first. And then now we're heading to Group E, which is Germany, Ivory Coast, Curacao, and Ecuador. And Curacao is going to place fourth. I feel like their manager could maybe at most get third place. But they get third place, they're not even going to the first round anyways. So it wouldn't really matter too much. And third place is going to be Ivory Coast. They might have a chance to go through as one of the best third place teams, but it's just I just don't see it. But and then we got Ecuador in second, one of the best defense, if it's one of the best, if not the best defenses in this World Cup. And of course you got Germany topping the group. Germany is, I mean, I don't see Germany not qualifying for the round of 32. It's just not happening. So we're going to Group F. We have Tunisia, Japan, Sweden, and the Netherlands. I'm gonna place Tunisia in fourth. Now here it gets interesting because Netherlands could honestly is gonna be top two, but Sweden and Japan are honestly pretty level, more level than I think people expect. And I'm just gonna go with Japan in third and Sweden in second. It's close, but it's real close. The Netherlands are going to top the group, which is something I really expect from the Netherlands. If Netherlands did not top the group, then it was not a great group stage campaign. So anyways, heading to Group G, you have Belgium, Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. And as a United States fan, I'm not trying to be political here, but I think Iran is going to finish fourth. They won't have a chance to qualify. And I think New Zealand will place third. I feel like New Zealand could have a little bit of an underdog run. Probably getting a win against Iran, but losing both matches. And I think Egypt is going to play second. Mohamed Salah, Omar Mamouche, good players. You got Belgium in first with great players like Thibaut Courtois and much more. In Group H, we have Spain, Cape Verde, Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay. And I think that Spain's obviously on top of the group, along with Uruguay in second. It feels obvious. And I think Saudi Arabia might fumble the bag here. And I think that Cape Verde will actually get third. Just something some people are not really going to predict. But I feel like it might happen, actually. If there's going to be upset, it's going to be that. So, in Group I, it's going to be France, Senegal, Norway, and Iraq. So, I'm going to go Iraq in fourth. I mean, it's not really surprising. If Iraq do not get fourth and go to higher place, I honestly mean that's an upset. I'll be kind of like an upset. But Norway in third, based on how they're struggling with the heat, I think that Norway will place third, but I don't think they're better than Iraq. And Senegal will place second. I feel like it's kind of like not really much of a surprise, but still kind of a surprise. Most people have Norway over Senegal. But of course, you have France topping the group. And in Group J, you have Jordan, Austria, Algeria, and Argentina. Jordan is going to go fourth. As much as I would like to have Jordan make an underdog run here and qualify for the round of 32, I don't think it's going to happen. It's their first year, and I just don't think it's going to work out. So Jordan are going fourth. Now, for me, it's Austria or Algeria placing second. Honestly, it could be either one. Austria are a great European team, but Algeria is also a great African team. So I honestly think that Algeria actually gets second, Austria will get third. Argentina, the previous World Cup winners, will obviously get first. I mean, it's no doubt in my mind they're being first. It'll be a ball job if they get second or even third. In Group K, you have Portugal, Uzbekistan, DR Congo, and Colombia. Colombia is a pretty good team. Portugal, it's like a gap between DR Congo and Uzbekistan with Portugal and Colombia. Portugal and Colombia are obviously going to get first and second. I don't think they're getting anywhere else. So I'm going to go DR Congo in fourth. The debutants. Uzbekistan will place third. Colombia second. And Portugal first. Which Portugal first is not really that big of an achievement. And Group L, got England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. I'm going to go in that exact order. Panama fourth. Ghana third. Croatia second, England first. But England leaving out some major players from their squad of Thomas Tuchel. I think Thomas Tuchel is a great manager, though. He could still do it. It's not impossible. Anyways, now it's time for the best third place teams. And I'm going to give it here in this order. Bosnia, Herzegovina, Scotland, Paraguay, Japan, Cape Verde, Norway, Uzbekistan, and Ghana. We're all going to the round of 32. The other teams, South Africa, Cote d'Ivoire, or also known as Ivory Coast, New Zealand, and Austria will be sent back home. An early exit for them, despite placing third. Anyways, it's time for our knockout brackets. Give me one sec. Dax. Oh shoot, don't give me one sec. I just died, whatever. It was a legendary shotgun. So, yeah. You're actually dragged to Mexico back out of first place, so. Anyways, I'm going to do our battle royale. So, our first matchup's going to be Czechia versus Canada. I think Czechia will get the better of a host. They're going to around 16. You got Germany versus Bosnia. It's going to be Germany. Netherlands is Brazil. Brazil, they're kind of an aging squad again. I feel like just because of their prestige and legacy, they honestly probably have a good chance of going through, but the Netherlands are not that bad. I feel like the Netherlands is kind of underrated. But I'm going to go Brazil. I want Neymar to go far. You got more. Our next matchup is Morocco versus Sweden. It's going to be Morocco. France versus Scotland. Obviously France. Ecuador versus Senegal. So you got the former AFCON champions versus the possibly the best defense in the entire league. Not the league, my bad. World Cup. It's going to be Ecuador. Ecuador going through. Mexico versus Paraguay. Mexico just going to be too strong. England versus Cape Verde. I'm sorry, Cape Verde. I really want them to go far, but it's going to be England. Turkey versus Norway. It's going to be Norway. Belgium versus Uzbekistan. It's going to be Belgium going through. Spain will beat Algeria. And, ooh, Switzerland or Japan? I'm going to go Japan to go through. Interesting. And a big clash early on in round 32. It's going to be Argentina versus Uruguay. I'll go Argentina. So our next matchup is United States versus Croatia. You know what? I'm going to go for an upset here. Because I'm a USA fan, I'm kind of biased. I kind of want to see USA past the round of 32. And I'm going to go USA. I'm not biased, I swear. Anyways. No, my bad. I forgot to select the team. I'm not sure if I said Ghana was out. Ghana's not out. I'm going to clarify that. Shoot. Alright, so Portugal beat Ghana. And Egypt versus Colombia. Ooh, it's interesting. Who do you think's going to win? I think it'll be Colombia. So anyways, let's bring us to a round of 16. With our first matchup being Germany versus France. That is an absolute early clash. This one could honestly go either way, but France are the favorites in this tournament. And so, therefore, I think that France will go through to the quarterfinals. The next matchup, you got Czechia versus Brazil. It's end of the road for Czech Republic. They had a good run in my tournament, so my predictions, it's going to be Brazil. And you got the current AFCON champions. What a comeback. 90 plus 3 months. Anyways, it's going to be Morocco. Beating Ecuador. Kind of surprising me, but Mexico versus England. It's kind of interesting because England are also kind of struggling with the heat. Just like Norway. I mean, pretty much all the European teams are struggling with the heat. And you know what? I think that'll be a good enough factor for me. I think Mexico has what it takes to pull off the upset. And I'm going to go Mexico beating England. And next matchup, you got Spain versus Japan. And it's Spain. In a row for Japan. Now, this is an absolute big matchup. And I feel like it's kind of underrated. But it would be a big matchup if this happens. It's Norway versus Belgium. And I just think that Norway, they're still struggling with the heat. And I don't think they'll struggle with the heat half the time with this. But I think Thibaut Courtois will show up and kick Norway out of the World Cup. Next matchup we got is Portugal versus Colombia. I think Ronaldo and Portugal will go through to the next round. And then the final matchup of round 16 is going to be USA versus Argentina. Fortunately for my team, unfortunately, they'll be out of the World Cup with Argentina winning the matchup. So the next matchup is France versus Brazil. France are going through. Neymar's out of the World Cup in the quarters. And then you got Spain versus Belgium. End of a road for Belgium. As much as I wouldn't like to say that, Spain is winning that matchup. Thibaut Courtois will not be able to show up that matchup. We got bot here. Oh, he didn't die that early. Anyways, so I was saying, Morocco versus Mexico. Could I see Mexico getting quarters? Yes. But can I see them getting semis? No. Morocco are true again. I'm surprised Morocco's in the final, but not final, semifinal. But anyways, you got Portugal versus Argentina. It's a pretty close matchup. Really, people might go for Ronaldo or Messi based on who they think the GOAT is, but I ain't here for that. I'm trying to think, what could this possible matchup be? Looking at the midfield, Portugal dominate the midfield. The attack is kind of even. I mean, I could see Ronaldo winning that attack. The goalkeeper is dominated by opposing team Argentina. And I'm out. There you go. Great out legendary. I got that. I think I'm gonna go Argentina, the previous World Cup winners. End up a row for Ronaldo. His last World Cup might be over right here. Anyways, for the semis, it's Spain versus France. Basically, whoever goes through might win the World Cup. Well, obviously, yeah, but I think I'm skip that matchup right now. I'm deciding Morocco versus Argentina, where I think Argentina will easily win to get back-to-back finals. And you got France versus Spain. I think Spain will win. And Spain versus Argentina. And I think Argentina do have what it takes to win the final, but I do not think they have the energy, like readiness. Get it? Like, I just don't think they're that excited for the World Cup as they were last year. And I think that might cost them enough to lose to the Spain Super team. And Spain win their World Cup. By the way, Morocco, in my predictions, I think Morocco will win third place. I think France will give up on that third place matchup. So as you see, my winner is Spain. And let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. But make sure you please like and subscribe for more soccer news and more soccer predictions. Peace!